social entrepreneur organization whose mission is to be visible and provide access, exposure, and STEM opportunities to communities of color. She is winner of the 2019 Prudential Spirit of Community Award and Scholarship, which means she is Illinois Top High School Youth Volunteer. She is also an NCWIT National Award winner and recipient of the 2019 First Dean's List Award, the Top Individual Robotics Award. She is the lead robotics instructor at the Orpheum Children's Science Museum in Champaign, Illinois. She participates in 2 4-H internships and is employed at Dream House, where she develops STEM programs for boys of color. She is a second-degree black belt in professional models, and in her spare time, enjoys making videos for her YouTube gaming channel and hanging out with her 2 ferrets, Nugget and Vanilla Bean. So if we could give our undivided attention to Asia Capel.
I just want to start by saying, thank you, God, for allowing me to be able to be here to celebrate and inspire all these young people. Listen to me. I sound like I'm much older than you, but I'm not. I'm really one of you. I'm here to challenge you to embrace and enjoy the journey, and along the way, don't be afraid to try to change the world. Thank you to my mom and dad, who love and support me and fight for me and my different every hour of every day. Why do I thank God, Mom, and Dad? Because truly without them, I would not be here. You will not travel on your journey alone, and you will not survive and complete that journey without others. It is crucial you stop and thank those, whomever they may be, who helped you and supported you along the way. Give gratitude and not attitude. Thank you to everyone at 4-H for this wonderful honor. 4-H kids are great. James Baldwin once said, "A journey is called a journey because you cannot know what you will discover on that journey and what you will find and what that will do to you." Let's think about what he's saying. You, each and every one of you, is about to embark on the journey known as high school. It's 4 years for you to mature, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. It's your time to discover who you are. I'm not talking about your career. I'm talking about your morals and values. What you're going to stand for. It's your opportunity to understand how you learn and what subjects you enjoy. And yes, it's time to start thinking about what you might want to be and what kind of career you might enjoy. I challenge you to not fall for the myth that somehow you're supposed to believe that you're supposed to have it all figured out by now, by the time you graduate. Because you're not. I further challenge you to find something that you are passionate about, no matter what it is. Something that gets you out of bed in the morning, something that keeps you up late at night, something that puts a smile on your face and that makes you talk about it nonstop. I challenge you to find your passion, because with it, you can change the world. The world is moving fast, and there are big problems that are affecting the very planet we call home. And each and every human, being animal, planet, or on Mother Earth. In the past, in our parents' generation, it was all about succeeding for yourself and what a single individual could do. But the problems are too big now. The world's problems cannot and will not be solved by individuals, but by groups or teams. People collaborating together with each other, bringing different ideas to the table. Look at your neighbors, look at the people around you. Could you work with them? Could you listen and really hear their ideas? Could you effectively tell them about your ideas? It's no longer enough to just know the answers, because it's impossible to know everything. There's no way, because there's just too much to know. Today, you have to know that you have to know. Today, you have to know what answers to what questions you want to find. You have to be curious. Do you raise your hand during class, or do you just accept what your teachers tell you?
I raise my hand during class.
Don't just accept what the world tells you. Find out yourself. Do you think you're too young, the wrong color or sex or race, not rich enough, don't live on the right side of town for your voice to matter? I'm here to tell you, God gave you a voice, and the world's listening. There are young people all over this planet who are finding their passions and changing the world. You are living in the age of outrageous gun violence with school shootings, police brutality being spread on YouTube, devastating floods and tornadoes, hurricanes, and schools that are spilling over with too many kids and not enough books. And teachers who think memorizing and outlining is still the best way to learn. You live in a world where robots do our assembly line work, machines check us out at the stores, and take our orders at fast food places. And cars even drive themselves. The ability to ask your phone a question and it retrieve an answer. You can read any book, any article at the tips of your fingers, instantaneously. You can see anyone, anywhere in the world at any given moment. This is not your parents' world. It's your journey. And your journey will be unlike any generations before. Are you ready? Are you excited? I am for you, because on your journey, anything and everything is possible. On my fantastic journey, I found me and my voice. I am a different thinker. I have learning disabilities. Well, technically they're not disabilities. Dis means lack of or without, and I don't lack ability. I like to call them learning differences, learning disabilities, because I don't lack the way I learn. I just learn differently. I have dyslexia, dysgraphia, ADHD, CAPD, and visual disturbances. I know it's a mouthful, but pretty much it simply means that I process information differently than most. I think out of the box. I problem solve out of the box. I try to destroy the box. It's exhausting to keep explaining how God made me and my brain, my core being, and then I have to constantly ask her to do something different. To insist to be allowed to use my accommodations, my strengths to do my work. There are many things you do easily each day that I have to figure out how to do it differently, using my God-given strengths. I fight every day through self-advocacy, which means I speak up and tell people what works for me and what doesn't. My whole life, I've been insistent on dancing to the beat of my own drum. Despite how inconvenient it has made it for everyone around me, I refuse to be limited, to give up. I have fought to be working 2 years ahead, because that is where my brain needs to be. I'm supposed to be completing my freshman year of high school, and yet I'm 15 and completing my junior year. I'm completing my junior year, but also taking college classes. I insist on approaching my classes from a strengths perspective, and have asked my teachers to stop focusing on what I can't do and focus on what I can and help me strengthen those things. I can't do it When I was in middle school, I was losing my love for learning and my desire to go to school, often missing days to my emotions, anxiety, and stress, being manifested in headaches and stomach aches. When I did go to school, and my mom came to pick me up, I would get in the car crying to tell her what my teacher said that day and how I was being bullied by red marks. My mom encouraged me to write my feelings out as if I were talking directly to my teachers. It was life-changing. In that first letter, I wrote, "I feel ashamed, embarrassed, unequal, disapproved, fearful, angry, and helpless. I have many strengths, but the structure of your class plays to my weaknesses. My learning differences robbed me of time. You made me feel like something was wrong with me, like I was disappointing you. I don't know if I can give you what you expect. I'm not like them. Don't assume things about me. Come to me and talk to me. Please help me to help myself. I am trying incredibly hard to be successful in your class. I need you to hear me, accept me, embrace me, encourage me, and truly believe in my different. You won't be sorry. I am asking for your help. I need you to ask me how you can help me and support me, and then be happy I know how you can help, and then help me." That letter helped me find my voice, and I haven't stopped using it since. I have learned to actively communicate with my teachers and mentors and ask for the things I need. As I have become a better advocate for myself, I am better able to help my teachers see who I am outside the classroom. I'm very different and much more confident outside of class. I've realized what I put after I am defines me. When I say that I am different and I have learning abilities, it's a blessing. Because my different has helped me see that there are different ways to do things, learn things, solve things, and that same is boring. Without different, we wouldn't have new, unique, and exciting. We wouldn't move forward. I wouldn't change my different for anything in this world. My different has led me to my passions, robotics, teaching kids, and bridging the STEM gap. Pursuing a career in STEM is a natural extension of who I am. I want to become a mechanical engineer. I have always been precocious. In other words, I always was into everything as a kid. Nothing was safe in my house. I would start taking everything apart. My parents enrolled me in robotics at age 4, so I would take other people's stuff apart, and it worked. I've been taking things apart and building things, especially robots, for 11 years now. When I was diagnosed with learning difficulties, I found my brave and leaned in, because school is not made for me. I tried to fill my time with my passions, humbly serve others, and use my blessings. I learned early that when I focus on others so much, I don't focus on myself and my struggles. Being a different thinker makes me a good leader because it affords me a great deal of empathy. I know what it feels like to be different, to not quite fit in, for others to not quite get you, to struggle, to wear your weaknesses like a varsity letter. I actively demonstrate determination and grit every day of my life as an example for others. My mom says I've done more in my 15 years than many have done in a lifetime. That's good, because I'm just getting started. STEM just comes naturally, like breathing. STEM allows me to live in my strengths and have self-confidence. Robotics has become my refuge. From school and the teachers who just don't quite get me. When I'm creating robots and teaching kids, I feel invincible. This is what makes school bearable. I immerse myself in everything that I can to use my strengths outside of school. It's mind over matter. I use my mind in robotics so that school doesn't matter as much anyway. Since I did not fit into school, I was in search of a place to be seen, to be accepted for who I am, and known for what I can do. I found 4-H 5 years ago. It has been a place where I could authentically be me. Use my voice and pursue my passions, surrounded by people, my mentors, who believe in me, love, and support me. My first 4-H mentor gladly walked through, gladly helped me kick in the door, and showed me I could fly. My second 4-H mentor, he opened the door to a whole new world, a world that I didn't know existed, a world that helped me find me. In closing, I have thoroughly enjoyed my journey. It's been a wild roller coaster ride. At times, it seems things have been very difficult. Well, there have been a lot of tears, but I wouldn't change one moment of my journey, because that is what has led me here today with all of you. I am proud to tell you that along the way, I have tried to change the world. I have traveled, presented, and competed all over the United States. I have met a lot of very powerful people. I realized I was often the only girl, or the only black person in STEM. And I started to wonder why I didn't see more people who looked like me. The world tells us engineers and people in STEM are white men. I literally had teachers tell me STEM was not for me, not for girls, not for black people. When I looked around and didn't see anything or anyone to tell me that that was a lie, what I did have was my mom and dad and my 4-H mentors telling me I could do anything and everything I put my mind to. I decided to believe them and not the world. But I knew there were kids who didn't have anyone in their corner to tell them that. So I decided to start my own organization, See Me in STEM, to be there, to tell them that they can do whatever they want to do. I believe if you are a girl, black or Latino, or a black or Latino girl, you can look in the mirror and an engineer or STEM professional will be looking back at you. Now you know my story, and it's time to write your own. Your journey will be unique. It will be exciting, but it will be difficult. It will be all yours, so embrace it and try to change the world. Thank you.
One more time, she's going to open the floor up to questions, so if you could just be quiet and she can ask you if you have some, and then you can raise your hand.
So does anybody have any questions? It's like,
how was it for you, like, growing up with, like, all of, like, as you call them, disabilities?
It was difficult because I had pretty much everybody that I knew besides my family and my best friend and my mentors telling me that I would never succeed in life, that I could never do anything, that I'd never be anybody, that my voice would never be heard. And so I found that as long as I listen to those who believe in me, that far outweighs those who don't. So.
What college do you want to go to?
I want to go to Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology in Terre Haute, Indiana. How old was I when I started my organization? I was 14. I think I saw a hand over there. I'm 15. sitting here in the front, my dad. And again, those who believe in me are the ones who motivate me. I'm gonna. Thank you. How do I find the time to do all the stuff? Pretty much, I've got a packed schedule. And so I enjoy doing things like this, and I actually pack my schedule with things like this, where I get to come out and talk to wonderful youth like you, and pretty much tell you you can do whatever you want to do. So it's just a matter of making sure that if it's something I really want to do, I'll find the time and make it happen. Did you stop that question? Yes, I used to play basketball and golf.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Irrelevant. Where do I see myself in 10 years?
And let's stay quiet so she can hear the question.
In 10 years, I see myself as a successful African-American woman engineer in mechanical engineering. Does anybody have any other questions? Yes. You don't believe me? No. Yes. Any other questions? I'll go to you first. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, I can't hear you. What's my what? What's my gaming channel? The Gaming Ferret, all one word. Capital G, capital F, capital T, capital G, capital F. Yes.
Asia, how will it feel to be 16 and going to college?
How will it feel to be 16 and going to college? It'll be different because everybody who's going to be going with me is going to be 2 years older than me. But I'm used to it by now. I've spent my whole life actually with people who are a year, 2 years older than me. So. Yes, you. Neither. Hey guys, I can't hear the question.
Go down.
What's my favorite subject? Math and science, and right now I'm actually taking an intro to vet med class because my plan in life is to do undergraduate as a mechanical engineer to then hopefully go to vet school and then combine the two to make prosthetic spray animals. No, I go to Urbana High School. You. Can you repeat that? How do I feel about people who changed from segregation to now? That's a good question. I would say that we have our freedom, but at the same time, we kind of don't. Because we have the freedom of doing whatever we want to do, but we still have people telling us that we can't do it. And we don't have anybody on our side telling us we can't.
Hey guys, please be quiet so you can hear her. Thank you.
Have you thought about what college you would attend?
Yes, Roosevelt Institute of Technology in Terre Haute, Indiana.